Welcome to Hot Garbage.
Hello and welcome to Hot Garbage, where we are the only trash talk that matters. I'm your host, Laura, and to be honest here, we are going to hang out in motherfucking share time the whole episode because none of us, we realized too late that we had to watch something, and then it was, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I got back from vacation, slept for 2 days, and I was like, by the way, what are we doing?
Yeah, and then at that point, Stephanie was already gone, so it was nothing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how this goes. Maybe it ends up being really good and everybody really likes it. We don't know. We do have a surprise though. We are changing our day to Tuesdays. We get them out most of the time on Mondays.
Most of the time. Sometimes.
Most of the time they come out on Mondays. But because of Bachelor coming out on Mondays, we're gonna actually switch our days to Tuesday. So we're gonna be every Tuesday now. Just so everybody knows. We've changed our days a couple times on you guys. I don't remember where we started, but then we changed it to Monday.
I think it was, Thursday?
Was it?
It's like either Thursday or Friday, I think.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
we're having a hard time to meet in the week.
Yeah, because it was a Big Brother thing for a while. So we were like going off that schedule for a while. And then
Yeah.
somehow we ended up on Monday and we're a week behind on everything.
What is the
So
Big
now we're
Brother
not.
schedule going to be?
The same chaos.
Big Brother
it
comes
always is.
out on Sunday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. It's always
Okay. Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Okay.
that's always a thing for Big Brother.
So we'll still be caught up.
Oh, I know,
anything big happens.
because I have an obsession.
I'm so excited. I can't believe
I send you guys clips of like old Big Brother stuff all the time because I'm so sorry that you like have to experience what you're experiencing right now. I'm like hoping that we get this at some point.
Be nice.
loved it.
It was all
Yeah,
right.
Stephanie's into it. It doesn't matter what it is, Stephanie's bought.
I thought it was so good. I loved last season.
Yeah, she's
with
bought.
America. Mm-hmm.
Did you ever try? You did try and go back and watch some old things, but it didn't work out because it's different.
Yeah, and I don't know, because it's so long. I don't know, like I just couldn't get into it. Also, I want to pay attention, but I also like to have shows on and like multitask. But I feel like with Big Brother, I want to like pay attention so I can like follow along with the game.
Yeah.
And so like it's not a really good show for me because I like to watch stuff while I'm doing things, and like it kind of be like the story I can follow along without like fully being invested.
Yeah.
And I don't know why with Big Brother I have to do that.
Well, there is a lot that happens in an episode. Like it makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're gonna change our days to Tuesday. It's gonna be fine.
1 day difference is not that big a deal.
Yeah, like it's gonna be fine. But anyway, so we're just gonna hang out in motherfucking share time. So I'll go first because I didn't do anything for the 2 weeks that we weren't around. Like I didn't do anything. I did finish my classes as of yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I now have a bachelor's degree. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I finally did it.
I don't know why I want to cry for you.
Thanks.
So
I didn't cry.
Let's all just cry. It's fine.
I know. I'm so happy for her.
Didn't cry. Maybe when I have like the actual degree in my hand, I'll cry.
Yeah.
Maybe if I like go to the actual graduation, like I'll cry.
I would probably cry there.
You didn't go to a graduation?
It looked like you were actually about to cry, Stephanie.
I really was gonna cry. Like when I said I was about to cry, like I felt like I was going to cry. Like when she started saying it, I got really emotional.
Oh my god, Stephanie's gonna cry for me.
I just know how happy I was to get my bachelor's. Like it's really hard. Like I thought it was hard. So
it was.
Yeah.
It was incredibly difficult. It's
Mhm.
like it consumed my life for like
Me
way too
too.
fucking long.
When I like realized like what I wanted, not what I wanted to do, but that I really was like working to like make good grades and stuff. Like it was consuming. And so,
Yeah.
and that's exactly how you were. And you
Yeah, I got
talked
a
about
4.0.
school. Yeah, you talked about school all the time. And you're a really good student while doing an internship, while doing this podcast. Like you still like maintained a 4.0. I was really proud of you. You freaking did it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stephanie. You made me proud of myself.
Maybe we can make her cry after all.
No, but thank you. It's still ice in here. But as I always do, this is why I always watch like so many shows, because I was always like, this is like what my background noise was, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
So I watched The Middle again. And have you guys ever seen The Middle?
I've seen episodes. I haven't like sat down and watched the whole thing, but
I think I've seen
Okay,
like
what about
3 seasons.
Okay, I've watched the whole thing multiple times. It's like a little comfort show for me. Like, you know how like some people go to The Office and some people go to Modern Family? I go to The Middle.
it's a good show.
I love it. It is like I find it so funny. Like I find it the funniest thing in the world. My personal favorite is when Sue is looking for colleges. She has to fill out all of her forms. So she fills out all of her forms, and her and the dad Mike go to look at colleges, like college tours. And I swear to God, it's so funny. Because you guys understand who Sue Heck is. So she is like, just to like put it in perspective, Sue Heck, everything she does, she doesn't ever make anything that she does. She has horrible luck, but she's always just like sunshines and rainbows. She
Mhm.
kind of reminds me of Stephanie a little bit.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like if
love
we
that.
had to tag ourselves, let's tag ourselves. Like Stephanie is Sue Heck. You are Brick. Like honestly, Tyler, I'm sorry,
Oh my
you're
God,
Brick.
he is Brick.
Is he the little one that always like repeats
Whispers
himself?
to
Yeah.
himself?
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say that's who I am. I just couldn't
You're
remember
brave.
his
Yeah,
name.
and I am Axel. I am Axel. I'm not nice. So tag yourself anyway. But anyway, so Sue, she just always gets herself into shit because she's Sue. And she just is always optimistic. I love her. So she fills out all these college applications, they go on the tour. These people at the tour keep like telling her stuff about Native American like classes, things like that. And they get back to the room after, and Mike goes, "Why do they keep doing that?" And she's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Yeah, it's not like you're a Native American." And she goes, "I am." And he goes, "No, you're not." And she goes, "Yes, I am." And he goes, "You're not a Native American." And she goes, "I'm a native of America."
Oh my gosh.
And he goes, "Say I'm a Native American." And she goes, "I'm a Native American." Oh my God, I hear it. And she starts freaking out. She's like, "Oh my God, I committed a felony. Oh my God, I didn't know what to put on the form. It's not like I'm a Caucasian." And Mike goes, "Yeah, you are."
That's one of the ones I've seen. I remember that one.
It is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then she goes to the next school, and she goes in and she says, "I do not want to know anything about any other things except for things that are for white people. I only want to know things for white people. Just show me the classes for white people and the programs for white
Oh my
people."
gosh.
And it says this. And then the next scene is them in the car, and Mike's like, "That was a little out of our price range anyway." And she's like, "I didn't mean to make a racial incident."
You've ever seen that bit from a Modern Family where like I think they're going to like some kind of like summer camp, like family summer camp or something. And like when they get there, like they're talking about how like they divide like everybody into teams, like they give them a color and stuff like that. He's like, yep, and I'm always on the white team because white is right. We talked about this. Like, it shows a clip of them getting out of the taxi. A black cab driver, he's just tossing all of his luggage onto the cab. The guy's like, well, he turns around, he's wearing a shirt that says white is right.
I love that show. It's so funny.
I personally think The Middle is funnier than Modern Family, but that's because it's like a bunch of poor people.
Yeah.
And like and like the microwave works when you put on a hairdryer. You know what I mean? Like so I had my personal favorite. So if you've never seen the show, spoilers, because this show hasn't been out for that long. So let me actually say it for this one.
I feel like it's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
It ended before COVID. Like I would say like 2017, 2018 it ended.
That's 5-6 years ago now.
Fair. Okay. So you guys know the Donahues?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know Sean Donahue?
Mhm.
Okay, well Sean Donahue had a crush on Sue the whole time. He tried to take her to prom a couple times and like have like a big romantic grand gesture where like his mom was like, "Oh, Sue doesn't have a date to the prom," and he like came back from school and college to like take her, and she's like, "Oh, I already have a date," and he's like, "Yay!" And this happens like twice, and then he shows up when she's in college. He shows up to take her to like this ball that she got invited to, and she's like, "Oh, I'm already going with like this guy I've been seeing," and he's like, "Great."
So happy for you.
and like this is the moment when like you do see that like he's been doing this to try and be like the grand romantic gesture the whole time.
So cute.
And so, oh my god, it's so cute. So then he finally like they end up like kissing at Christmas Eve, and then they don't talk about it and like nothing happens because it's Axel's friend and she had dated Darren and he had to watch her date Darren the whole time. And so he was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like freaking out. So on New Year's, he tells Axel, "I like your sister. I know you don't want people to date your sister, but I'm in love with your sister and I have been for a really, 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 really long time. And I'm going to date her whether you want me to or not." Takes off.
So cute.
It gets even cuter.
Go on.
So he shows up at the apartment. Like he always shows up and he's always there saving the day. And it's like all this cute shit. Well, he shows up the one day and he has like a gift for her and it's a snow globe because he always calls her his snowflake in not a fucking asshole way. And so he is going to give it to her and Axel thinks that he likes Lexi, not Sue. So he says, "Oh, he's dating somebody," and Lexi is Sue's roommate who's dating Axel in secret. So Axel's like, "Nope, she's seeing somebody. She doesn't want to date you. Get out of here." So he throws out this snow globe. Well, she finds the snow globe, Sue, and she keeps it. So fast forward to the very end, he's going away for the summer to Ghana. And so she gives him the snow globe as like a going away gift and was like, "I found this and I thought of you." And so he's in the airport security line and they find it and he's like, "I have to, like, this is liquids. I have to take it." And he's like, "You're not taking anything." And he takes off out of the airport. And at this point, they're driving Axel to a job out in Denver. So they're on a road trip. And so Sean shows up at the house like freaking out. And Nancy comes over and is like, "Sean, what?" And he's like, "Where's Sue? I have to talk to her." And he's like, "They already left." And so he takes the car and fucking speeds off for these people. And because it's Frankie, she makes everything longer than it has to too, because she doesn't want to say goodbye to Axel. So they didn't go very far. So Sean catches up to him. And there's this whole cute little moment of them in this like dirt road in the backwoods of the fucking middle. And he's like, I wanted to give this to you. Where'd you find it? And she's like, "Oh, in like the garbage." He's like, "I threw it out when Axel said that you were dating somebody." And she goes, she turns around and she's like, Axel, did you tell Sean I was dating somebody? And he goes, I thought you were there for Lexi. And he goes, I told you I liked Sue at New Year's. And he goes, I thought you were drunk. So then he's like, I gave you these like flowers and like the snowdrift because he had done like little things to give her, and the brothers kept fucking it up. And so he was like, I gave you the flowers, I gave you this. And he goes, and you hear Brick in the back, he goes, oh, those flowers were for Sue? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, I gave them to Cindy, which was his girlfriend. And Sue was like, that is so annoying.
It's amazing.
And so finally, like, they have their moment and they kiss. And like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so cute. It
Oh my
like
God, I
makes me
love
cry
that.
every time. Like every time I watch Sue and Sean Donahue in the middle, like before like the love story was even really like taking off, like even when like he just shows up all the time, I'm like, oh my God, I love them. And
Did
he
she
says
like
to her,
him then?
yeah, she's always liked him, but she didn't know that Sean Donahue would like her back. And so he was like, I don't know when I started liking you. It might have been when we were 5 and my mom made me hold your hand so you didn't get lost at the carnival. And it was like,
Stop it, that's so cute.
I was like, break my heart in 4. The ice on the inside melts when I watch Sean Donahue and Susu Heck. So yeah, I love it. I love the show. So when I was done with that, I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna fucking watch? Right? Because now you're like, shit. So I said, okay, let me go look around. And I found Melrose Place. And I've never seen Melrose Place, the 90s version, 1992 to 1999. That one. So I found it, and like I would say like 10 episodes in, I was completely bought. My friend Katie, I'm gonna tell her I gave her a shout out on this podcast. My friend Katie says to me one day, she texts me and she says, have you ever seen Smallville? And I was like, of course I have. I love Smallville. And she goes, you know what? I knew you were gonna say that. It was like the 90s teen drama, like WB type shit, and that's your bread and butter. And when I started watching Melrose Place and I fell in love with it, I texted her and I said, you know what? You remember you saying that to me? Because I do. And here I am. And she was cracking up. It was so funny. But I love it. It is like it's like a soap opera. It premiered Monday nights. There's like 35 episodes. So when you think about it, there's 52 weeks in a year. Like it aired like year round basically.
Yep.
And so it was like a weekly soap opera, and it is fucking insane. It is fucking insane. It is fucking insane. I'm just gonna tell you about Michael, okay? Michael was in the very beginning the property manager at Melrose Place. And he was married to Jane, and he was an intern at a hospital, and everything was grand, everything was great. He was a nice guy, we all loved him. Well, then we meet Kimberly. And Kimberly is another intern, and she's the chick in Desperate Housewives with the red hair. I forget.
Marsha Cross.
Yes. And she comes in and she loves him. And so she kind of seduces him, and he cheats on his wife. And so begins the absolute villain that is Michael fucking Mancini, man. He is every type of evil, bad person that you want in a soap opera. Yo, I text my cousin Kate that I'm watching this shit, and I'm telling her about Michael, and she goes, we should have known that this was going to be your life when you were obsessed with Passions. And if you don't know what Passions, I fucking was obsessed with Passions. Yo, are you ready for this? Me and my cousin, they used to like stay at a beach house like near us. And we used to at noon come up for lunch every day so we could watch Passions. I fucking loved Passions. I watched for a month a wedding between Teresa and Ethan Crane. And the only reason I know that his last name is Crane is because Teresa knew that Julian, CEO of Crane Enterprise, rich man, was that Ethan was his son, and she didn't tell Ethan. And so it comes out at the wedding that Ethan is Julian's son. And so Ethan then, for a fucking month, says to Teresa, did you not know I was a Crane? I'm not kidding. But anyway, so Melrose Place is like this.
I'm looking at pictures
And
of
so-
Melrose Place.
Yes. And so basically, Michael Mancini, he cheats on his wife. Jane literally catches him at Kimberly's house because she gets the like number and shit. And so she leaves him and she's like, get the fuck out. You're done. We're done. Right? She kicks him out. He's having an affair with Kimberly. Him and Kimberly are having a great time. Awesome. He is drinking and driving. They get engaged. Horrific car accident. Flips. Talk about Marissa Cooper blowing it up in the fucking fire type fucking catastrophe car crash. He can't feel he's like alive, but he's like partially paralyzed. Like he had to go through physical therapy. He can walk again. It's fine. And soap opera, it's fine. So then Kimberly is in a coma. And so her mom takes her away and calls a hospital, and Kimberly apparently died. So he has Matt, who's another guy that lives in Melrose Place, change the computer stuff to change his blood alcohol level so he wasn't drunk because she died. And he does it. So then in comes Sydney, who's ex-wife Jane's sister, and she's always been in love with Michael. So now she's like with Michael, and then she blackmails Michael into marrying her with Matt as a witness because he's the one who changed everything. And Michael had to, in blackmail, marry Sydney. So then, as the two of them are married, guess who comes back alive? Kimberly. So now Kimberly is fucking alive, and she's like, Michael, you need to be with me.
Wait,
And
where
he's
was
like-
she if she was supposed to be dead?
She was like recovering. So like, when
Oh,
she
okay.
comes back, she's that gift that I sent you guys where she had the huge scar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's her. So she was recovering from all that. So she came back when she was recovered. So she is like with Michael now. She gets Sydney to fuck off. And she's with Michael, and she's getting her old life back. Well, turns out she's not getting her old life back. Turns out that the accident fucked her up and she's a crazy person. And so she is now going to kill Michael because he didn't help her, and she was in a coma for months in Cleveland, and she had to escape her parents. And so she tries to kill him a bunch of times. Jane saved him a couple times. Whatever. She ends up running him over with a car.
Hell yeah.
And he survives, but he has amnesia. And so now he doesn't have a memory. And she's like telling him about how like they're together, and she's like manipulating his life and basically like, oh, you and me were like your only friends. Like Matt's not your friend. Like Sydney tried to kill you, and like being a crazy person, truly. And yeah, I'm watching the middle of season 3 now, and Michael regained his memory.
Love that for him.
Yeah. And he's evil again.
You know, you're talking about like how many episodes like there were in a season. I don't think people realize that's just how TV shows were back then. Because like while you were
Yeah.
talking, I was looking some up, and like Full House was like 24 to 28 episodes. 90210 was like 26 to 32.
Yeah, and
So,
Buffy
like,
the Vampire Slayer was 22 episodes a season.
Yeah, that's just how it was back then because there was nothing else on.
Yeah.
Like
No,
they
yeah.
weren't- and like we didn't have as much as we do now. So
Yeah.
Okay, why can't we get shit faster? I don't need to wait a year for the next shit. Like, okay,
We
like
had to wait 2 years for Bridgerton
I don't get it.
for
I
8
don't get
episodes.
for 8 episodes. Why is it taking so long? Like there was 30. How many in Melrose Place? 36.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like so, like I think like that like there's like 35 most of the time.
35 episodes a year, like cranking them out, guys. Like storyline consistently going. That's how I need to be entertained. Okay, I don't need like a year in between.
Yeah.
I would say it's like mostly like budgets now. Like they're so inflated, and basically everything is made to be binge watched now. So you're basically making an 8-part movie.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is really.
I think Tyler's also right with like the overabundance. Like since we have so much, like they really don't have to give us that much.
Yeah.
So it's actually like probably saving that money, not giving us as much, but licensing out things like Buffy and Melrose Place and 90210, it's probably cheaper for them to get the licensing to show those shows than it is for them to actually make something.
That's true. I guess there's a lot of
Did
stuff
we just debunk all of that?
I mean, I don't think it was debunking it. I'm pretty sure it was like pretty well known.
Well, okay. But yeah, no, so I am 3 seasons deep. I actually got Danielle to start watching it because I was like, I'm gonna get Danielle to watch this because I need to talk to somebody about it, and I know Danielle will watch it. So I got her to watch it, and so now she's in the shit with me.
Love it.
And she like literally like texted me this morning. She's like, I'm on episode 5 and I started last night. I was like, I know.
How long are the episodes?
Like an hour.
Okay.
Like it's not like it's so good. Like it's really good. Like it's just like every episode is like, oh my god. Because that's just one. Like there's like 9 people on a main cast. You know what I mean? Like there's like I didn't even talk about Jo, who's like pregnant right now with somebody's baby that she accidentally had to murder because he kidnapped her onto a boat. Like, you know, like there's so much more.
I had no idea like this is how that show was like I don't know what
Neither.
I thought about it like whenever I heard the name of it, but it definitely wasn't everything that you've texted us and everything you just explained now.
Yeah, like the first season I think is what you would expect. Like the first season is what you would expect from Melrose Place. The second season it like starts out with like a bike shop blowing up.
Okay.
And there was like a lot of drama in the first season, but it wasn't like car crashes. You know, like the car crash was probably the first thing, you know what I mean? Like it's like toward the end of like the first season is really where it's like, what? But it was really about like an adultery like fucking shit, and then all of a sudden the second season is like car crash. Kimberly's crazy. We're gonna kill him in carbon monoxide. Here's fire.
Dead people coming back to life.
Blackmail into a marriage. Like I'm waiting for like I'm waiting for like a baby switch.
Oh, it sounds like they're gonna have one. Yeah.
It's coming.
Like I had a failed marriage. Like Allison and Billy were like everything I could ever want in my life. And they got them together and they were gonna go get married, and then they ruined it. And now I don't want them together, and that sucks for me. Because I was so for 3 seasons, like 2 whole seasons I was like in it. Like I'm like yeah. And and here I am now in season 3 being like fucking shit. I didn't know how I would ever want Billy and Allison to not be together, and they did it. And it was a sad day. That I would cry about, not my degree, that.
Glad to know.
It's like I told you last night, like nobody wants to hear about the graduation. Give me 90s drama. And you did.
Right. Absolutely. And that's what Melrose Place gives us. I also, the ultrasound machine, how cool was that? I sent you guys that ultrasound machine.
I didn't see that.
Okay. Okay, great guys. Thanks so much. I sent you guys this really cool thing. Okay, so I was watching the show and Jane is pregnant at one point. And so they went to go get an ultrasound, and I took a video of what the ultrasound machines like looked like in the 90s. And it was like really fucking cool. And so I sent it to you guys in a video, so it's in the group chat.
Was that today? Because I was.
No, it was like fucking days ago.
Oh, okay.
It was like,
Well,
I mean, it was on season 1, and I'm on season 3, and there's 35 episodes, so take that at what you will.
And
Oh my
I was
gosh.
probably asleep.
I'm going back.
Just go into details.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Found it.
I'm sorry, I didn't watch it, Laura.
Yeah, you should be, because it was really cool.
I will watch it in a bit.
Stephanie's watching it.
I see that.
Get the ultrasound.
I'm like watching her watch it.
Ultrasound in the 90s.
And now there's 2 of you.
1992 ultrasound. Look at it. Look
Well,
at it.
that's what our mom saw.
Is it right?
Oh my God,
Right? It
this is
was
insane.
cool. You're
And
welcome,
now
guys. You
it's
gave yourself
not
fucking cool. You ignored me.
I always say, look at that.
When did you send it?
Fucking like I'm talking about like last week.
You sent it to me right when I got to work, like on a Thursday. Like I can't look at stuff right then.
Oh, okay. Then I was probably still just hanging out with my cousins and not paying attention.
Me, no concept of time.
It's like 8:30, like that, or like it's 9:30 for, or oh, actually no, it's at 9:30, so it was 10:30 for Laura, but it's still like the beginning half of my day.
That's
like,
what I was doing at 10:30 in the morning. At 10:30 in the morning, I was watching Miller's Place. That's how important I am. All right, so that's my motherfucking share time. I'm really. Oh, I did watch Love Island, but I'm like a week and a half behind. But I told Stephanie I'm really enjoying it. I really like Ariana as like the host. Like I kind of want her to stay.
Mhm.
Like she's doing a great job. And I'm like a week and a half behind, but there's this one guy, Rob, and he is so evil, but he's so much fun to watch because like everybody else is like playing for love and he's playing for $250,000 and it's not gonna work out for him. Like he's gonna get eliminated. It's just a matter of time. But I mean he is something. It's a lot of fun.
Love that.
I love it.
Yeah. I like genuinely like I don't think I've ever watched a Love Island season from the US. Like I've watched like the UK one.
I've
Like,
never
it's
seen a US version.
Yeah, neither have I. I only watched like a couple of like UK versions when it was like early. And they were like just having sex all over the place.
They were, and it was like barely censored.
Hell
Like
yeah.
barely censored. And I was like watching this, like, oh my God. I couldn't believe that like they aired that over in the UK.
Mhm.
Like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm like scarred
Like,
from it.
The first season, oh my God, like it is. They're having sex a lot.
Like a lot. And it's like, and
Mhm.
they show it.
Yeah, like you're seeing people like when I first watched it, I was like, "What the fuck am I watching right now?"
Like I'm like scarred. Like you have to look away a lot because you're like, oh my God, I feel like inappropriate watching.
Yeah, I was like, I'm watching people have sex. Like these are real people.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like I'm watching real people have sex. This is really inappropriate.
And it's like, except for from porn, they're on a reality show. Like,
yeah,
they're not on there. You think that they're like they meant to do that. Like they're in the moment and they're doing it. And I'm like, stop it right now. Your mom's
like
gonna
hidden
see
cameras
this.
are catching these people doing it. Like you're watching this through hidden cameras, and you're like, this feels wrong. Like it feels very wrong.
Your grandma sees this.
And they did this for a long time. Like it's only like in recent seasons that like they really like put back on like showing it.
Yeah.
And that's because like they probably all stopped because like, they're like, I really don't want to like do that.
From what I've heard the past couple seasons, or they say they don't have sex. Like very few of them say that they're having sex like on the show.
I mean, I don't blame
usually-
them.
It's usually in that room that they go to, and the girls are wearing like get the lingerie and stuff, and they have like all that stuff on the room.
Yeah, I think they have like a version of that fucking in this one. I sometimes look away because like a lot of it is like bullshit to me. It's like I'm not watching that. But like I do watch like a decent portion of it, and like it's mainly because like Rob is like really like he's making it very entertaining.
Nice.
And people hate him, and I don't blame them. Like it's not like we should like them. He's just incredibly entertaining to watch on reality television.
No, I'm gonna root for the guy who wants to win over the guy who
That's what
actually
he's
thinks
doing.
like they're gonna find love. Like
Yeah.
that's how we watch The Bachelor.
Yeah, exactly. Like surprisingly, there's a lot of people that work out from Love Island. Like I actually like looked it up once, and like especially like the early like versions of the UK, like a lot of those people that were like in the final things together like end up together. A couple of them are married. There's some kids out there. Like it's really like, oh, okay.
So I've never watched it. So is it like more comparable to like Bachelor in Paradise kind of thing? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
yeah.
Tyler,
There's
I
some, like-
recommend season 1. It's really funny. I love the way
What's
they
that
talk.
girl's name?
The Hannah,
Yes.
the Playboy girl.
Yes.
Yeah, I followed her on Instagram for a while. I love her.
Oh my god, she's hilarious. She
It's
doesn't
so
give a
funny.
fuck. Like she's the reason that like you see so much sex on that season is because like she does not care.
Yeah, she's just like full on like goes and like grabs the guy. He's like, "Whoa!" And then she's like, "Come on, you don't want to," or something like that. And then,
I mean, like grab.
and then they do it. Yeah.
Is that season 1 of like the US or the UK?
UK.
Okay. That's
The
what I did.
US version is way more tame.
Yeah. Fucking
All the girls'
Americans.
asses are out though, just so you know. Like
Yeah.
they're all in like those
Okay.
bikinis and like. It's like, can we get bikini bottoms with like actual bottoms?
No, because that doesn't sell.
It's just I like. For me, I'm a 32-year-old adult. Like I do not need my butt hanging out like that.
I just find it weird, like, because I mean, I've only really seen it on like Bachelor in Paradise, and like they're so like selective with like what they censor.
Yeah,
Just like whose judgment call is this?
I think that they just do it on purpose.
Probably.
Yeah, like half of those are probably like more covered than other people that they show,
Yeah.
but it just worked there.
I can't remember. There was one one couple I really liked, and they were still together, but I can't remember their names anymore. It's been so long.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, and everybody really liked them. It's like season 3 or something like that, maybe 4.
And they have a baby.
Yeah,
Or
no, they have a baby.
no? Yeah, right. Okay, I don't.
She's like a brunette.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I
trying to
can like picture them.
I'm trying to like go back to people like to the old seasons, but I can't find anyone because I don't remember anyone's name anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what their names are to be honest with you, but it's like season 3 or 4. Yeah, they have like a kid.
Mhm.
They've been together. They won, didn't they? Or did they get second?
I don't remember. It's been
They
like
might have
a
got
long
second.
time.
It's been a really
Oh
long
my gosh!
time.
And Tyler, so many people on Love Island UK have like the worst veneers ever. Like it is the funniest
Horrible.
thing. Funniest thing. They're just like talking with like these big ass things in their mouth.
It's horrible. They're like, oh, they're like Tic Tacs.
Yeah,
British
big
people have
ass
terrible teeth. No way.
Yeah, no. So I'm like a week and a half behind, so I can't really like say what's going on because I'm like behind. Because it's like, I mean, it comes out like almost every single day.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like it's a lot of episodes, so I'm like behind, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna catch up.
Like season 1 is like 80 episodes.
Yeah,
God damn.
yeah, it's like on like every single day. It's like I don't know if I'm ever gonna catch up.
Yeah.
There's some of
I would just watch the most recent one. Just go from there.
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
Well, if not, Rob's not there because I don't know when Rob's gonna get eliminated. I just don't know when.
Oh yeah, I want to know how far he makes it.
Yeah, because he's there in the beginning, and he partners up with Liam. Liam's no picnic either.
Are they 30
I
minute?
just want
or
to
an
throw
hour
that out
episodes?
there. What?
Are they 30-minute or an hour episodes?
Hour.
Okay, so yeah, it's kind of a lot to catch up on. Then
Mm-hmm.
it's like 7 hours
difficult.
worth of shit.
Yeah, like it's been difficult. Like there's probably some episodes that you can skip because it's like I don't think is it every day that it comes out or is it like 4 days a week or 5 like
I think it's like Monday through Thursday, and then like on Fridays sometimes they have it. Or no, I think it's Monday. It's Monday through Friday.
It's Monday
And
through Friday.
It's Monday through Friday. Saturdays are like the
After something.
the after something.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's more than Big Brother.
Yeah. Although I don't know
Big
when they
Brother's
have
a lot.
their like 3-4 hour episodes or whatever, it probably balances out.
And Love Island's on for like 2 months.
Yeah, it's on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's my motherfucking share time.
All right, cool.
Yay.
I took a chunk of time.
That's fine.
We
We're
had
not
fun.
in any rush today. So
Yeah, we had fun.
let me tell
Okay,
you
so
how
let's
nice
do next.
this
Yep.
is. Like I don't have to worry about writing anything down. I'm just like, yeah, we're just talking today. It's nice.
We're not doing anything.
Yay.
Okay, Stephanie, what's your motherfucking share time?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about my 3 favorite things I watched or listened to. Yeah, or read in June.
Okay.
All 3, actually. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's my share time.
I'm gonna tell you my 3 favorite of these 4 things.
I mean,
The math ain't
Here you
mathing.
go. I mean, Stephanie, I don't know. You saw my face the whole time that you're talking. And I'm like,
Tell you 3 things I like in June. There you go. Let's talk about 3.
the 3 things she likes in June, guys. In case you didn't know what the long convoluted thing was. Oh my god. Too long to read.
This is a monthly segment now. I want this every month. Stephanie's 3 favorite things of the month.
Hold on, like,
I'm
how did
doing
you say
it.
the first time though? Like, my 3 favorite things that I watched, listened, or read.
Watched, listened to, read, saw, heard, smelled.
And then what I did. I'm like,
We're gonna,
you should have known we were never gonna let you get out of here with that. Like, you had to have.
I really did think you would.
I mean, you clearly didn't see my face the whole time.
I was looking at it.
All right, go ahead, Steph.
Okay. Okay. Number 1.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should mute myself. I'm sorry.
Okay. I have to look at it.
Okay, I think I'm through it.
Number
number
1,
one?
first thing I did or watched or listened to. I listened to. So aside from our amazing podcast that we listen to.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You smooth it over.
So I want to get back into podcasts because I was only listening to our podcast, and like I wanted to listen to some other ones. I used to love to listen to podcasts, but I got kind of annoyed with the ones that I was like continuously listening to, so I stopped for a while, and I wanted to get back into it. So, something I did not like was Gabby Wendy's podcast. She's
so, it's her voice.
I love
funny
her
on
voice.
TikTok because she's making fun of herself, but in like a long format, it's like I can't.
Hour, and I caught up on all of them. Like she had like probably like 7 episodes in. Also, that was what I was listening to when I fucking fell into the pool and fractured my foot. So like, I think I'm like a little traumatized.
So you can blame her.
Yeah.
Negative reinforcement.
Exactly. I love Gabby, but I don't know. Her podcast is kind of like ugh.
I feel like it's lame.
Yeah, I think she's trying
That's
a little
like
too
us,
hard.
who's like people are probably like you're lame.
I know, right? I don't know if it's so lame that, or like that she's like being a little character. And I think what did it for me was the episode that she interviewed Nick Viall's wife, and holy shit, Natalie is so
That shit.
annoying. And then
Oh, I hate Natalie. Oh, I
Oh,
hate
God.
Natalie. Did you hear about all the shit going on?
yes,
Oh my God.
Natalie cheated. Apparently,
my God.
cheating on Nick Viall, and that's what Harry Jousey said.
Oh my God. Well, that's also what Caitlin Bristow said. Caitlin Bristow on her podcast said, I'm not jealous of their relationship. I know some things and I'm not jealous of that relationship. And turns out, so Tyler, just to hear the story. So from what I've gathered, because I don't like to pay attention to her that much, because I don't like her. Like, she's somebody that like you just see and she really just gets under my skin. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
So I just don't pay her mind. She's really pretty.
She's really pretty. I just don't like her.
She used to be a lot prettier.
She used to be a lot prettier.
She's
Like,
really pretty before.
She was like very, very, very pretty, and then she got too much filler and
I was gonna
Botox.
say like bad like plastic surgery and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just don't do filler, guys. Don't do filler.
Yeah. I think a really good example of this is actually Jade. Jade let herself age, and she looks stunning. Jade as in Jade Tanner.
Oh yeah, and she's aging gracefully, and she still looks kind of, like pretty young.
She looks
Even
she
though
looks
she has
better than she did
wrinkles.
when we first met her.
Mhm.
Like, I'll go out on a limb and say that. Like, she's stunning.
I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She doesn't wear makeup.
She rarely wears makeup because she has 4
Mhm.
kids. She's like, fuck you guys, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for shit, man. No, so basically Natalie went on a trip with her friends to Italy,
Mhm.
right?
Or Paris. I don't remember.
Paris.
It's one of the two.
And this was right after they got engaged. And the one girl who was on the trip, her and her mom threw the engagement party.
Mhm.
And then when they were on the trip, it came out that Natalie was actually having an affair with her boss, right? It was her boss.
I don't remember who it was, but
It was either her boss or the other friend on the trip's boss, but I think it was her boss. So they all go on this Paris trip. It comes out that this affair is happening on the Paris trip. They get back and they all unfollow Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been kept under wraps this whole time. And how did it come out?
Well, I've been reading on Reddit for a couple months, and I didn't want to mention it because, like, everyone was like, well, where's the proof? And then more and more people started coming out and saying it. Caitlin said it, and like people say that they've seen proof and stuff too, but I haven't seen the proof with as many people saying that they've seen it and that they like that it's real that Natalie's cheating on Nick. I believe it.
I believe it too. And I mainly believe it because of Caitlin. I don't we all know I have my feelings about Caitlin, but she's not stupid. She would only say it like that because she knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, Caitlin's not stupid. Like, I can say what I want about her, but she's not dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She knew what she was saying when she said it.
You can't just say something like that. And I don't think she would just say something like that. So.
She wouldn't just say something like that. Like, she said it because she knew she had the ammo to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that she cheated on Nick right after they got engaged, or while they were getting engaged, right after they got engaged, or something like that. With this chick's boss, apparently. And
Natalie actually got pregnant around the time all of that happened.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Natalie that like all of that happened right before she got pregnant, then she got pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Natalie was on Gabby's podcast, and that was the last Gabby episode I listened to, and oh my god, Natalie's so fucking annoying. And then her and Gabby were making
says it with her chest out, and she needs to stop.
Yeah, they were just like she baby talked the whole time, and it made Gabby baby talk, and I was like, guys, stop it. Like, yeah, I'll make voices once in a while, but like I don't baby talk for an entire fucking podcast, over hour, like hour 15-minute podcast, and God,
have you ever heard Gabby's voice? You've heard Gabby's voice, Tyler.
Yeah. Oh.
I think we've sent you TikToks of her. and you've heard her voice. Like it's very Gabby's voice is very
Possibly.
stoner surfer.
Okay.
Nick hates her voice. Like every time I'm listening to like her podcast, he's like, that voice.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about now. Then I
Yes,
feel like there's a lot of Gabbies in the reality space. So
there are.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But-
I don't know which one you're talking about, but sure.
She talks
You do know this one.
kinda
Like
talks
that
like
Kate Bonsworth
this.
conversation we have, you do know this one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
She kind of talks like she's out of breath. Like, I can't do
Yeah.
it. Like she's out of breath.
She's
I don't
like this all the time, but it's way more stoner surfer, so it's more like
Yeah.
to it. I can't.
Yeah.
I hate
But
it
it's like
already.
soft spoken like that, but it's like way more of a stoner
But
surfer.
stoner. Yeah, stoner, a little valley girlish.
Yeah. Like a Valley
Yeah.
Girl surfer, stoner. Who's that guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Oh, Stinelli.
Yeah. It's like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Only with
definitely
Valley
not listening
Girl.
to that for an hour.
Spinelli. I don't remember.
Yeah, Sean Penn's
Sean-
character.
Sean Penn's character. But I really like Gabby, and some of her stories, like when like her solo episodes are so much better than the episodes where she's interviewing people. Oh my god! And I kind of like the episodes with her girlfriend, but like they start baby talking to each other, and I fucking can't do it anymore. But yeah, they're like baby the whole fucking podcast, and I'm like, dude, come on,
I kill
like
myself.
be professional.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah, be
professional right now.
professional.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like you're interviewing
Yeah.
somebody, can you please be a little bit like
Every now and then, just to be funny, like that's fine, but don't make that the whole fucking show.
It was the whole
Yeah.
thing, baby. It was so annoying. So I didn't like that podcast, but the podcast I really did like is Katie Maloney's podcast, just respectfully, and Katie
with Dana?
with Dana. Mhm.
Yeah, I love it.
I fucking love it. Like, and I love Katie's voice. Like, Katie's voice is so soothing. Like when I'm in the car and I listen to her talk, like I am like really relaxed and I'm really engaged in the conversation. And sometimes I like talk back to her and Dana, like they're talking to me. And I really enjoy their podcast. Have you guys listened to it?
Yeah, I've listened to it.
I need to check it out still.
Oh yeah, no, I really like them. I actually, it's funny, I didn't like Dana on Vanderpump Rules. Like I could have done without her and I was fine that she left.
Yeah.
But I really like her on that podcast and I wish I got to
Me
see
too.
that type of Dana like on Vanderpump because I think I would have liked her.
Mhm.
I feel like they
love
didn't really give her the airtime to like actually show who she was.
Yeah,
Like,
and she was just
there.
she was there with Max and like that was her story and I feel like if we just like gave her her own like she would have like because I love her on the podcast. I think her and Katie are so funny together.
Mhm.
I think that they like feed off of each other so well. Like you could tell that they're like really good friends. Like I love it.
I agree. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember-
exactly how I feel.
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
Sorry.
Is that like I remember them being like very like dry. Like even whenever they were arguing
Yeah.
and stuff, like there was nothing happening.
Yeah.
So-
Like you sometimes have to question like that was a joke. 'Cause-
Yeah.
yeah.
But I love it. I give it I give it 5 stars. I don't recommend Gabby's podcast, but I do recommend Katie's or Katie and Dana's. So disrespectfully, that's what it's called. Check that one out. I've already talked about my number 2. My second thing I listened to, watched, or read, or experienced is the Real Housewives of Miami. I've already talked about it on a previous podcast, so I'm not going to get into it. But I finished all 6 seasons. I cannot wait for the next fucking season, guys. Oh my gosh. Real
Lars
Housewives
is
of
on that one,
Miami.
right?
Lars is on that one.
Yeah.
She's a fucking trip.
I think I
like-
watched like one season.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And the first season's not even a good season. Like
I think that was the one I watched.
yeah, second season on, holy shit, it's just fucking like so good. People are fighting and they fight bad and they're just some of them are fucking assholes. Most of them are assholes. There's a divorce that it's been lasting forever with Lisa and Dr. Lenny. Oh my gosh, Dr. Lenny.
Oh, Lisa was on it. Lisa's been on it.
Yeah, Lisa's been on since the first season. They
Yeah, I
call
know
her
who Lisa
Monkey.
is.
Yeah, they call her Monkey because she's little and she's likes to party and stuff.
I like Lisa. I think she's
I
probably
love-
yeah.
I love Lisa. No, I love Lisa. Last season, she was annoying. She was being like not self-aware of things, but I do like Lisa. I like her so much more than her dickhead ex-husband, Dr. Lenny. If you live in Miami or listening to this, do not go get plastic surgery from Dr. Lenny. He's a dick. Do not support him and his stupid affair with that Russian girl. Fuck him. Like, oh my gosh, he's such a bad person.
This isn't alleged, right? Like he really like
he really did it. And the best thing is on season 5, they got him. He thinks that the producers aren't listening to him. He's fucking mic'd up. He's like, oh, they're not paying attention to me. The cameras aren't.
Oh, they're
in
paying
here.
attention to you.
No, he thinks because the cameras are not in there that they can't hear him.
If you have a
even though
mic
he's
on.
mic'd up. Yes.
If you take one thing from me, if you end up on a reality TV show, if you have a mic on, they're paying attention.
There's no cameras in the room, but they fucking heard everything.
They picked up what you had on that mic, and they're gonna go air it.
And they're like they're having this like party at the house, and like they're taking pictures, and like Lisa's like, I love you so much, Lenny, and Lenny's just like, And he goes to the kitchen with one of his friends, and the friend's like, are you mic'd up? And he's like, yeah, but they're not listening. They're over there, or they're doing stuff with Lisa. And he says, and he's like, basically saying that he's having an affair on Lisa, and the friend's like, dude, why are you doing that? Like, you don't feel bad? He's like, I don't feel bad for people I don't respect.
Oh.
Yeah, he's such a dick. Like, and like that I don't care about and that I don't love. Like he said that. And guys, I just highly recommend Real Housewives of Miami. Their divorce is still going. Like, there was 2 seasons full of divorce, and their divorce is still going on. It is crazy. It is so worth it. Season 5 and season 6 are so good, but you need to see the other seasons because they've been on the rocks for so long, and it's just crazy that they just 13 years later are getting a divorce. Lenny did Lisa dirty. His family treats her like shit. He goes out and tells TMZ stuff, like stuff is going out in the news. Yeah, he's just a really bad person, and their drama, aside from like all the other drama, there's so much drama on this show, but that drama is probably like some of the best TV I've ever seen on any reality TV. I really highly recommend Real Housewives of Miami. Yeah, so watch that.
He really said, I'm mic'd up, but they're not listening.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a TV show.
Yes.
Someone
No,
reviews
They're
this
recording
shit.
you.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't just like go off into the ether.
Like,
when you
okay,
say
great,
it.
they're not paying attention, but they're recording you.
And he's whispering, thinking the mic can't fucking pick him up. Like, he's like, they're not paying attention. So he thinks
The
that the
mics that
producers
they
can't
have pick up
hear.
everything.
They picked up the guy who's not wearing a mic. Everything that the guy
I
that was
know.
not wearing a mic, he's whispering, and you can
See,
still hear
that's
it.
the real world. The real world did that to us.
Yeah. Dr. Lenny is a horrible person. Do not get plastic surgery from Dr. Lenny in Miami, Florida.
That's how Robert Durst got caught for murder. Like, watch the jinx, people. Like, don't talk when you have a mic on.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you're a doctor. You think you'd be smart enough to like know you are mic'd up. They can still hear you even if the camera's not in the room. That's not how
I
it
know.
works. That's not how the mic works.
I know.
The producers are wearing a headset at all times. Like, producers hear you.
And you're talking about cheating on Lisa with a mic on you. Oh my god.
Yeah, and the camera guys hear you too. So
He did that on purpose.
when they're talking about it, the camera guy is in the hallway, and he starts moving like slowly, like so you can start seeing into the kitchen, and he's doing it so slowly because like Dr.
You're
Lenny
like,
thinks
"Ooh,
that
don't
no one's
alert him."
listening.
He did that shit on purpose. There's no way.
No, I think Dr. Lenny's that dumb. That I think he thought that if the cameras were not in the room, that the mic wasn't, or they're not going to listen because
Ugh.
why would they listen to that footage? And why would they include that in the show? They fucking did. Oh my god, Dr. Lenny thinks that they don't include anything in the show. They include a lot. That man is a piece of shit. That man is he's disgusting towards Lisa. Like, I feel so bad for Lisa.
He's
Like,
a doctor
she's-
who goes by his first name, so he's probably that dumb.
Okay. What's
Um,
number
oh.
3?
Number 3 is my favorite thing is my Kindle. I love my Kindle so much, and I read the Housemaid, not the Handmaid, but
Yeah, that was me.
the Housemaid series, and I gave the first 2 books a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. I think they're great books. They're really fast reads. Like, you can read them so fast. When I like open the Kindle, it says like it's gonna take me 5 hours to read this book. I'm still on the 3rd book, and that one's an 8-hour book, and I have like 2 hours left in it, but I haven't been reading as much as I was like the week before. But I really like the Housemaid series because it's a thriller. It's by Frida sorry. 1 second, guys. Let me see. Kindle app. It's by Frida McFadden. And she has a lot of different thrillers. This is my first series of hers that I've started. And for the most part, there's like at the beginning, it's build up. Her first 2 books were really great at the build up and getting like fast to the point. 3rd book is kind of going a little slow there. But then you get to the middle, boom, something happens, and then like twist after twist happens, and I love books like that. I also love that I can still predict the ending, and I think they're really good endings, even though I figure it out. And I always figure out like one of the big twists at the end. And if you like fast reads, if you want to just pick something up to read by the pool or at home, I recommend the Housemaid series, and I highly recommend a Kindle because you can lay down and read like this and just tap the screen, and you don't have to like move your hand or like adjust to the light or anything. So yeah.
That would make me want to buy a Kindle, actually. The one thing I hate that I can't do is turn over on my side and read a book.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing now with the Kindle. I like turn to the side, I put a pillow up, and then I just read the Kindle, and I just like tap the screen when I'm ready for the next screen.
Talk about like as lazy as you could possibly get. That's what I want to do too.
You can't read a book while laying on your side?
Well, you can, but your arm starts to hurt.
Yeah. And then you have to like for one page, and then you, like the other page, like you have to adjust like with a real book. Like
yeah. Okay, fair enough.
With the Kindle,
like you
I
have to like read one side and then like, and then that hurts your shoulder.
When I'm reading for fun, I don't want to look at another screen. Like I read the first Game of Thrones book. I read that like on an iPad, and it took me so fucking long just because like
I'm sure
I don't want to look at another screen.
Yeah, I would never read like a heavy book like that on a Kindle. Like I would only do something like how she's saying, like a Housemaid.
Yeah, like I read the Fourth
or like a
Wing.
stupid romance. I would read on there, but like I wouldn't read Lord of the Rings on there.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start reading all my books on there. I read the Fourth Ring, which was like a 20-hour book, and I thought, okay, so I have read on my phone, on my computer, on my iPad, and I don't enjoy any of that. Like, I don't like looking at the actual screen. But with a Kindle, the screen's kind of different.
It is a different screen. It's
a different type of screen where it doesn't like hurt my head. And then also the Kindles are pretty okay. Like the downside about Kindle, no, mine's not heavy. Mine's actually really light. But they're really slow. Like I download everything on the app on my phone, and then I just download it to my iPad when I'm ready to read the next book, because I don't like browse on the Kindle. I don't do any of that on the Kindle. I just use it for the purpose of reading, because it like trying to navigate on the Kindle other than just a book is so hard. It's like so slow. It's kind of glitchy. It's hard to like move like up and down the page. I just don't recommend it for like web browsing or anything like that. But for just reading a book, the screen is different. And I can change between dark and light mode. Dark mode really helps my eyes, and I can read in the dark. So yeah, and I was reading The Fourth Wing on my Kindle, and I have the physical book, and like it's a big book.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, it's a big book, and it was easier for me to read it on the Kindle than in the book. Like I was reading slower in the book than I was reading on my Kindle. So I think I read faster on my Kindle, I guess.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but that's just my preference. I know people are different.
I thought it was going to be weird that you're out here promoting like 10-year-old technology, but no, that
Yeah.
was actually pretty educational. Like, good job.
I've never
And-
had a Kindle. I don't really like audiobooks. I don't really like reading things on a screen. I like a physical book.
I love a physical book. I have so many, and I have to read. Like I buy books and I don't ever read them. I still have to read all these books. Like I'm not gonna just let them sit here. But
Before the fire, I had like the final total, like with like the insurance thing that it gave us was like 330 something bucks.
I
336 or something.
have like a box of books like in the closet in the other room. Because my bookshelf is full. I have a bookshelf in the closet that's full, like just for like the sickest. I don't have like all the space in the world, so I need to stop.
A second
Sorry.
row. I had 2 rows on the bookshelf.
I like to see all my books. I can't hide them behind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
other
I
books.
did.
I can't do it. Even though I'm more than likely I'm not going to pick it up again. But I want to see them.
All right.
Yeah.
Is
No,
that your
I'm
motherfucking share
guilty.
time?
Yes, that's my
What were
share.
you gonna say, Tyler?
Tyler, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say I'm guilty of going to half price books and just like picking out a bunch of stuff, and then it just kind of sits there for a while.
Yeah.
Me too.
I have like this bookstore and it's like they give like clearance books, so it's like $2 books and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah. But that's my 3 things I recommended to experience, to watch, listen, love, learn in June.
phenomenal.
I love that the title changes every time.
Yeah.
Come back to our August episode and I'll come back with some more.
July.
Our first August episode will be my share time.
Can't wait.
Look forward to it.
Can't
Phenomenal.
wait to laugh at this joke all over again.
Yeah, right. Hopefully I won't make as many faces.
I still went through it. Even
You
with your
did.
making faces.
It did not deter you. All right, Tyler, what's your motherfucking share time?
All right. So I had my first vacation since I basically like had to be at these recordings because now we do video and all that. And I haven't set y'all up on that yet. So yeah, it's very relaxing. It was very much needed. Went up to Pennsylvania, hung out with my cousin and her wife for like a week or so, something like that. It was like central Pennsylvania, so there's not a lot to do, but we still
Where was it around? Like how far were you from like Pittsburgh?
It's about 3
Or-
hours from both Pittsburgh and Philly.
Oh, okay. So you're like
3
in no
hours
man's
from
land.
Maryland. Like it's dead center of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you're in no man's land.
Yeah, no, there's nothing there.
Yeah. It's like trees.
Yeah. Trees, mountains, good
Yeah.
stuff. But the weather was just fucking beautiful. Like compared
Yeah.
to what it's been here. Like the first couple of days, I think it was like low 90s, felt like mid 90s or something like that. But every day after that, it was like mid 70s to mid 80s. And I'm just like, I love this so much. Like I needed this in my life.
Did you
But,
come into Philly Airport?
Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're like there. Okay.
Yeah. It's they're I know they're not far from like the border of Maryland and Pennsylvania because both my cousin and her wife work in Maryland but live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I want to say they're like 45 minutes from wherever they work. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a nice little getaway. Just kind of hung around, just did whatever there was to do. I dropped $100 on 2 different meals, and I don't regret it.
Yum. I'd love to hear that.
One of them was like it's called the 814 Tavern or something like that. It's like a speakeasy, and God, that place was amazing. They they came around and like gave us menus and stuff, and the guy was like, there is a filet mignon that's not on the menu tonight, but if you want that, like, you can have that. I was like, I'm gonna get that.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Didn't tell me how much it was. I didn't ask. I was just like, just give it to me. And apparently, like, I guess like the thing that they're known for is having like it's not candied bacon, but it's kind of like that, I guess.
Mhm.
Like they had like a bourbon brown sugar one. They had one called Millionaires that was like not spicy, but had like a bit of like a kick to it.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah. It was beautiful. We had a couple, like, I think like you can get either a half pound or a pound. We got a half pound of like 2 different flavors. Incredible. Um there were, oh my god. Speaking of women with voices we can't stand, there's a whole fucking table, like a good like 20 feet away from us, who were just the loudest fucking people in the world. And it's not like a loud place. Like
Yeah.
there's music going on, but it's kind of low, and
Like
we're over
chill.
here. Yeah, we're over here in the corner, just kind of like, just talking at a normal level. And then you have these bitches over here,
Me.
like just wine drunk and shit like that.
Me.
I mean, you're not as bad as these people though, because they're like talking with like the Valley accent that you were talking about and stuff like that.
Fair.
Like, you're in the middle of Pennsylvania. You don't sound like this. I know you don't.
No.
They're just like, oh my god, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
You want to go anywhere?
as we were like walking out, like there's this one couple sat like 2 feet away from them, and you could tell they were just having a miserable time. And I was just like, I'm so sorry.
That sucks. I'm not
Yeah.
that bad. I'm not
No.
annoying the whole place.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. And then the other place that I dropped $100 to eat at, that one was for all 3 of us, so that was a little bit more justifiable.
Oh, so
But,
you like paid for like all like
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
The other one was just my meal, and it's my meal, a
Drinks.
drink, and one of the bacons, and it came out to like $103 or something like that. So, but yeah, the other place was like it's called the Jean Benet Tavern,
Ooh.
Tavern, something like that, and it's like just a little like old, like Revolutionary War era like building that's also, it's like a restaurant and also a hotel, or like bed and breakfast, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it was a really nice place, like same atmosphere, like really quiet, like really dark. Like they came and lit a candle at the table and stuff like that. My mom told me apparently like is like a big like date night place whenever she was younger and stuff like that.
Oh,
And I was like,
cute.
Yeah.
it still has that vibe. Our waitress was very loud whenever she first showed up. I was like, this doesn't fit the theme at all. But
This doesn't fit.
like she comes up, lights the candle, she's like, so how are we doing tonight? I'm like, oh.
That was a
Fine.
lot.
And then like she was like super nice whenever she first got there. And then like every time after that, it was just very like matter of fact, like, do you need this? Okay. Like walks off.
Other tables came in.
Like it wasn't even that. Like one or 2 tables came in. So it's not like it was like crazy or anything like that. But towards like after I like talked to them, like my cousin, I was just like, I feel like something happened in between like her first time coming to us and like everything after. And then like towards the end, like she comes up and she's like, sorry, like if I haven't been able to like help y'all like as much and stuff like that. She's like, I just had a baby and I had to go like pump milk upstairs and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then afterwards, I was like, it makes sense now. Like she
Yeah.
was in pain.
Mm,
She's like, my fucking tits hurt.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they hurt.
And then aside from that, like I went to like this amusement park that I used to go to like all the time as a kid because my cousin's dad had like a company picnic or something going on there. And we just spent the whole time at the water park because it was one of the first days I was there, so it was fucking hot. And it was crazy busy that day too. So like everything was like a good 20-30 minute wait and stuff like
Oh.
that. I think I went down like one slide and
Aw.
then we went to like they have a wave pool thing going on that for some reason they only allow 300 people into. And so like we got there and I think like it just went over like as soon as I crossed over. And so they were like, "Is it the four of y'all?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, well, they can't come yet." I'm like, "Okay, well then I'm just going to come back out." And they let like some other people go. And then we get in there and like the waves go off once and stuff like that. I'm like, kind of feel guilty just like staying in here now like because I know there's a fucking limit.
Yeah.
I feel bad if we stay more. We still stuck around and stuff like that, but I was just like and then
Yeah.
they had like a lazy river thing going on. That was also like a 10-minute wait to get into that. And like they were straight up
For a
telling
lazy
you like,
river?
yeah. And they told you like, yeah, you can only go around once because we have a line.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, okay, so not so lazy. Gotcha. But it was still fun. Like it was a nice time.
How do you have a line for a lazy river?
I
Like,
don't
isn't the
know.
point that like you just stay in the river?
Yes. Which I guess like normally it's like that, but it was just so fucking busy that day. Like they couldn't
Jeez.
do it.
They
It's not like
expand.
it's not a big park. Like it's pretty small. Like it's
Is it like
just
I was gonna say, is it the only water park like in like 100-mile radius? Is that why there's so
Probably.
many people?
not 100 miles. It's I guess it's like no, because there's another one like not that far away either.
Okay.
So
It was
I
just
don't
probably
know.
the day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just it's close. It's cheap. Like
Mhm.
it's kind of a big name. Like the family that opened it, they're it's like a big like pasta sauce company, like Del Grosso pasta sauce. I don't know if either of y'all have come across it, but
I love
like it's a big
pasta.
like Pennsylvania thing, and the family that owned that sauce started the park and stuff like that. So I guess it's just like a nice little family place, not huge or anything like that. But yeah, that's it's just like a nice little thing. And then what else did we do? Went swimming at a lake. That was cool. Except for there's some like
You
track.
did stuff. You did stuff, and you're still giving the share time like you usually do. You're like, yeah, so I like
Yeah,
I think if
well,
there's
because
like a lake.
I didn't like plan this out or anything like that. I don't plan things. I just go in on vibes. But yeah, while we just got there, we're just got in the lake, just kind of relax and stuff like that. And then there's like some like track team or something like that showed up, like a bunch of like middle school, high school track team people that just were so fucking loud and obnoxious and shit like that, and just like fighting in like the goddamn lake and stuff like that. We're just like, okay, well, we're going to the other side, and just like slowly like swam over to the other side. And then sure enough, they got out and went running again or whatever the fuck they were doing. But that was one of the cooler days, so it was nice.
Mhm.
Nice like 85 degrees going for a swim in an even colder lake. uh yeah, other than that, it was just a lot of food. A lot of food that I can't get here. So got my favorite ice cream, chocolate marshmallow, which I can't get down here.
You can't get chocolate marshmallow, like
Mm-mm. I've never been able to find it.
not even like a Rocky Road.
They have Rocky Road, but it's not the same.
Okay, it's
Like
true. Yeah.
there's a big difference. Like it's not just
There's
like
a big
the,
difference.
yeah, it's just not like the nuts and stuff that they throw in there. It's just the consistency is different.
Yeah,
But
I've had it where it's almost like marshmallow fluff in the middle of it,
yeah,
like
the
swirled through.
only way I've ever been able to get it is like the Schwann's truck or whatever, and it's so expensive and so inconvenient. I'm just like, no, like I'm not gonna do
It
this.
has to be like a Pennsylvania thing or a Philly thing because I know about it. It has to be like
Yeah.
a Philly thing.
Yeah, it's definitely like a northeastern kind of thing, but
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't. Like I miss it. But yeah, that was about it. Oh, my entire flight back was a fucking like middle school trip. Like I don't know if it was like a sports team or a band trip or
Yeah,
something like
you were
that.
saying that on online, yeah.
Like I was just sitting there in the terminal. Like I saw them as I was coming into the airport, and I was like, "Oh, sucks for whoever that is." And it turns out that was me. And yeah, like it turned out to be a good thing because none of them were old enough to sit in the emergency row exits.
Yeah, you were
And so
saying
like
that.
the flight attendant was just like, "You're gonna sit here," and I'm like, "That's fine."
Yay.
And so I got the one with like no seat in front of me, got all this fucking leg room.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, you
really.
said it was like you and some other guy and the middle seat was completely open.
Yeah. And like I just waited until they all got off the plane and shit. Like I'm just like, I'm not moving. And then as
Was
I'm
it
Yeah,
getting
like
off,
get away.
what was that, Stephanie?
Was it straight like Pennsylvania to Austin?
Baltimore to Austin, but
Baltimore. How many hours was it?
Not that long.
No, like 2.5, something like that.
Not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I just let them all get off because like I'm not fucking dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
And they all got off, and I got my bag, started getting off. The flight attendant was like, "Are you with this group?" And I'm like, "No."
Sure not.
That's why I just stayed away.
And then like the Austin airport was fucking empty because it's like 11:30 p.m. Like there's no flights going out or anything. And they still managed to take up like the entire fucking hall. And I'm just like, just fucking move, guys. Like you have all this room. Why do you have to take up all of it?
Kids, that's what they
Yeah.
do.
Can't stand them.
Just take up all this space. And I don't know why. Sometimes they're not even doing anything. And I'm like,
They weren't.
Yeah.
move.
They weren't doing
Yeah.
a goddamn thing. It's like, we already know you're all here because there's one person that like waited until even after I got on to make sure like there's nobody left. So I'm like, what are we waiting for? Like, just go.
We're
Get out of
counting
here.
kids. That's what happened. They were counting them. They all had a number assigned to them and they all had to call off their numbers.
Probably.
Isn't that how they used to like collect us for things? It was like your number is 5, so when we do a call out, you have
Yeah.
to be there for number 5.
God, I forgot about that.
And me too.
And then
Like,
the
how
drive-
do you keep track of kids?
yeah. Number them.
And you don't know their number, but they know their number, and that's the point.
Yep.
I'm always like 9 or like 8 or 9 back then.
I was always like 5 because like where my last name was, like I always was like up.
Yeah. I was always like right before you, Stephanie.
Yeah. I think in 5th grade you were right before me. I think. Oh no, Glenn was in the middle. It was you, Glenn. Oh no, Glenn wasn't in my that class. He was in my 4th grade class. Never mind. I was behind Glenn in 4th grade.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my best friend Chelsea, my name like is DEB and hers is DEF. So our lockers were next to each other. There actually used to be actually really funny story. So sorry to that kid. There actually used to be someone in the middle of us. And we annoyed this kid so bad that he would not come to his locker. And at some point, his mom or somebody was like, you got to stop putting him in between these two girls. Like, they're best friends. Like, it's like, you got to stop.
Poor guy.
And one year, the kid just wasn't in the middle of us anymore.
Ignore the alphabet for a second.
No.
Like, all of a sudden, me and Chelsea's lockers were right next to each other all of a sudden. But it started with some kid in the middle of us.
No,
I don't even remember his name. Like, that's how bad I feel. like we tortured this poor kid, like, on accident. Like, we didn't do it on purpose. It's just like, this is my best friend since we've been 9, and here am I, and like, we have to talk through you. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to ask her about him if she even remembers his name. I know that she remembers the person, but I have to remember to ask her if she remembers his name.
You were gonna say something, Stephanie?
Oh no, I was gonna say I just remembered. Yes, we were next to each other in 5th grade because I remember walking to recess and you were in front of me. We would talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
We did that even like in high school, like in my gym class. Whenever they take roll, like we had to line up alphabetically and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And the coach would just go by, like, say our last names, not even our first names, just last names. And I remember there's a girl next to me with the last name Fuentes. And for some reason, like every time we got in line, like she'd always be like Fletcher, and I'd be like Fuentes. Like that's just how we greeted each other every day.
I love it.
I have no idea what happened to her. Just every now and then, I'm just like, wonder what Fuentes is up to.
Fuentes, where are you? She's probably listening to this right now.
Yeah, right. Someone go find her for us. And then that kid that was in the middle of us, but I can't remember his name. Like, I have nothing to go off of.
Just know that his middle name or his last name is between your last name
and Chelsea's
last name. Just a few letters.
Couldn't tell you though.
Yep.
Yeah, like I mean, like it's just a few letters.
Mhm.
Like it's not far to get from B to F.
Yeah. There's not many that you can combine like that too. So
Yeah. So yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't remember your name.
and I think
listening to
Stephanie
this
cursed
too.
my drive home. So
I what?
I think you cursed my drive home.
Oh, you had to stop in San Antonio?
Yeah, like was it? I mean, I know you said it was only going like northbound or whatever on 35,
Mhm.
right? Or 37.
No,
Coming
on
back.
I-10.
Okay, yeah, I had to go onto I-10
Oh,
because
sorry.
37 was backed up. So like that
Is there
drive
an
was even longer.
accident?
No, it's just
No,
what
it's just
Stephanie was
construction.
saying. Yeah, like they started like narrowing it down to 1 lane from 3
Why
lanes.
would you do that?
I don't know.
Why would
Not
you
a
do
lot
that
of
in
warning.
Texas?
I don't know.
This is why
And,
it
like-
takes me an hour to get home, and it should be 37 minutes for me to get home.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't. But it's what they do with I-35. They just fix it, go to the other side, do that, and then come back to the other side, and nothing fucking gets done.
No. And then they'll be done, and then they start again, and they're making more lanes, and I'm like, why didn't you do this the first time? Why didn't you do this the first time? Like, it's been 5 years. Oh my gosh, like it's just I hate driving in San Antonio. And my job, I have to drive so much, and every single highway in San Antonio is getting construction on it right now.
Yeah.
Right in the summer.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I was in Austin, there was barely any construction. I was like, wow, this is pretty nice. Like, it was like straight away. And then as soon as I get to freaking like anywhere close to San Antonio, there's traffic. So I go around San Antonio, like through Blanco, and then I go to Bernie, and then I end up on like the north side of San Antonio.
Yeah. I think that's how I had to like get back. Like
through country.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I have to go. Or that's how I like to go because of all the construction. Like I just rather just take like 15 more minutes and just not go into traffic.
Yeah. It was.
I would take the long way to avoid traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
don't mind it.
I lucked out because like I get to a point like once I'm on 35, pretty much I know where to go. So I just turn my GPS off like once I know where I am.
Yeah.
But for some reason like I had it going and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I just see all the brake lights of all the 18-wheelers and shit that are traveling at that late.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
I
oh,
think
fuck.
everybody just started feeling like eat shit.
What's up?
I think everybody just started eating and eat shit. I heard like something out there, and it lit up green, and I was like, I think everybody just started to eat shit.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
It definitely lit up.
Do you want me to cut it or
No.
Cool.
I hope that you guys could hear him. He's probably fine. He probably just dropped something
But
on the dog.
But yeah, like I just happened to have my GPS going, and it said like turn on to I-10. I was just like,
Okay.
that's weird. But then all of a sudden, all the brake lights and stuff, I was like, this is what Stephanie was talking about. So I just before like I got to like all the bad traffic, I was like right lane, just moved over. I was just like, I'm getting out of here as soon as I fucking can.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
But,
And every single day I have like almost a panic attack when I have to go through it, like because I'm so scared because I always stay in the middle lane and I have to make a decision if I'm going to go into like over here, if I'm going to go over here, who's going to let me merge, because no one lets you fucking merge in San Antonio. So it's like the scariest thing ever. I'm so scared. I basically have to like just like throw my car in to get in.
I'm over here like I drove in New York. I drive in like New York and like that area, and it's like I would have merged. It's like you can merge. Like sure they don't let you, but you can merge.
yeah.
I would bully
scared.
people. I'm not mean. I'm mean. I'm too mean for like. I learned that like me and Keenan were like, wow, us in New Jersey and like New York, like we really drive different than people. Like, and we noticed when we went on that road trip to Nashville, like people will sit in a long lane of traffic instead of just going around people.
I will sit in a long lane of traffic.
Yeah. And like for us, we were like, okay, well, I'm from New Jersey, so I'm going to go into the other lane and skip about 50 of you. And then I'm going to jump back over and I'm going to do that again and again and again.
I wait my turn.
We're
No.
taught just to stay in the lane, just because the second you move over to another lane, that one's going to stop and the one you were just in is going to move. Like that's just how it
See,
works here.
that happens in New Jersey, but the problem is that you guys were like instilled that that's what's going to happen, and like in New Jersey and New York we like do it anyway, but you guys like don't. So then it's like, okay, well I'm going to do it anyway. And then I'm going to bully my way back over into the lane and I'm going to pass all of you and you're going to be behind me and it's going to suck for you, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
People up north drive so crazy. When I was in Massachusetts, I was at a bar and I was talking to these girls about like how scary the driving is up there. And this girl was like, I'm from New York City, you don't know about driving. And I was like, I probably don't. And then she was like, do you let people merge over? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, no, you don't do that.
You don't turn on your turn signal. Like you just go. Like if you turn on your turn signal, you're warning people that you're going to do what you're going to do. And they will make sure that you don't get in between. Like I've been that person where like, oh, you turned on your turn signal, you want to get in front of me, and I will be on the person's bumper. Like
no, if you don't turn on your turn signal and I see you on the corner of my eye, I will be up to the person. But as soon as you turn on the turn signal, okay, you can go ahead.
That's hilarious. Because I would get in between you and that other car. Like I would be like, oh, I'm gonna do it anyway.
I don't allow no blinkers. If you do a blinker, I'm glad.
It's so funny, Stephanie, because like you say like, oh, I won't allow you because you don't have a blinker, and it's like it's not your choice. I'm still doing it.
I say all that and I think about Houston, and I'm just like, I love driving in Houston. Like everybody else hates it, but I love it because like they drive stupid, but they're smart about it. And that's the only way I can explain it.
And that's how it is in New Jersey.
Like I'm the same way. Like I don't do like what you're talking about like merging without turn signals and stuff like that. Like they still do that in Houston. But yeah, I mean they're going like 80 and a 50 and just like
oh yeah, I love that.
Going like in and out, still using turn signals. But yeah.
I mean like if we're not in traffic, I'm going to use my turn signal. But if I'm sitting in traffic, I'm not going to use my turn signal. I'm going to use my turn signal as I'm turning.
That's fine. There's still a warning at least.
Yeah, like I'm gonna like as I'm doing it, I'm gonna turn it on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like that's most likely what I'm gonna do. Like I'll see the space and then I'll do it and turn on my turn signal.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm cool
like I guarantee you, like Stephanie, that's why I'm saying it's not your choice because I've already figured out what space I'm taking.
Oh no, I don't let people in if you're not using your like I really do like go like right up to the blinker and people have like honked at me and I'm like, oh, I didn't see your blinker and I just keep
people
going.
honk at me. Oh, it's so fun. I've like pissed people off that are like trying to merge because like when you merge on, it's like one car.
Yes.
Well, people don't want to do that.
Listen to her, guys.
And
From
people
San
don't want to do
Antonio.
that. And so it's funny because I'll like be like, no, we go one car, and I'll be on the
Yeah.
person in front of me's bumper and they're
Mhm.
like honking at me, like, why didn't you let me go? And I'm like laughing at their faces. Like I'll like look at you and laugh at you. Like I'm not like, I mean, like I drive in, like we're crazy here. Like we're crazy people here. Like my favorite thing to explain to people is like our speed limits are so much lower because we all speed. So like our parkways are like 55 to like 65, but everybody's going 75 to 80. Like they and so if you're driving in New Jersey and you're in the left-hand lane and you're going like fucking the speed limit and someone's up your ass, like get out of my fucking way, it's because that's not the speed limit.
Yeah.
The
That's
speed
just the
limit
rule
is
anywhere, though.
75.
Like that.
And I want to go 80 and you're in the left-hand lane, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, you don't go the speed limit in the left-hand lane.
Yeah. No.
No, but I mean the speed limit posted is 65 and we expect you to be going 80, and if you're not going 80, don't go in the left-hand lane.
Yeah.
And so like I've seen videos of people that have been like there's this girl from like North Carolina and she got like driven off the fucking road. Like she ended up at she had to get off the road onto a pit stop because she was so like a rest area. She was so fucking she's like, so I'm going up the road and I'm going like 70, which is more than speed. It's 5 more than the speed limit, which is like seems like it's
No,
like
you don't
normal.
go 5 more than the speed limit in that lane.
And this person is so far up my butt and they're honking at me and they're like flashing their lights at me and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I can't because the speed limit, and I was freaking out and wow. And I'm like, I mean, get out of the way.
Hi, Nick.
Keep right except for pass. We did in fact see Nick. We did in fact see Nick.
He was saying something and I couldn't hear him.
We saw him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, your weight.
Now Stephanie disappeared. Up there she is.
Yeah, there she is.
Bursting out of the guy's back.
I think it's getting dark. So I'm starting to disappear in here.
Okay. Okay, well, is that it for Motherfucking Share Time?
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
And that's it for the episode because we were only here in Motherfucking Share Time.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, brother.
Love that.
So I hope you guys had fun with this because we were just here like just fucking around.
Yeah. It's just a vibes episode.
Yeah. We were just here fucking around. I hope you guys liked it. Next week starts The Bachelor and Big Brother. So we're coming back with like our content. Like I said, we're changing to Tuesdays, so be a lookout for that. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Hot Garbage Pod. Also, give us a follow on our YouTube at Hot Garbage Pod as well, because that's where we put all of our video and you can see all of our faces. I do my makeup.
You can see Nick walk into frame, you know.
Yeah.
Nick is here. Our IT guy's here.
Hi, guys here.
Are you tired?
He's right here.
Is he gonna come say hi?
No, I think he thinks you guys know what he's doing.
IT guy, we don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Can't
I
see
have-
you. So.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
Nick.
He walked into the bathroom.
He's like, I'm not saying hi, and it's like we can see you anyway, and he's like, I'm not here.
I don't want it to be. I don't want any part of this. Just walks into frame.
He was like doing something over here, and he's like thinking that y'all could see him and that y'all are laughing because he sees y'all laughing. Oh, no, he thought you were laughing.
Nick, we would never laugh at you.
Yeah. We laugh at Stephanie.
That's right.
They said they never laugh at you; they laugh at me.
Okay, so Nick's here. Our IT guy's here for our sign off.
Yes.
Greg's here. IT guy's here.
Gang's
That's them all.
Your gang's all here.
AV
Do
crew
we
is
have to give
here.
Keenan a nickname?
Keenan's our manager.
He's our manager. Okay,
Yeah.
he has a degree in system management and like management classes and stuff, so that fits for him.
Perfect.
He's our manager.
Yes.
He's our fake manager. He's like our just hype boy in the back.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, please give us a follow. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you guys so much for listening, and as always, stay trashy.